Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Nuanez Now, 1029 ESPN Radio, SWX Montana Television, and the ESPN MT app. Colter Nuanez coming to you through the Grizzly Disposal Studio here at the Missoula Broadcasting Company. Grizzly Disposal now has one bin recycling. A couple times a month, they'll swing by, pick up any of your recycling. You don't have to worry about it. You have to worry about the mess, get it in the car, all that stuff. Boom, they pick it up with your trash a couple times a month. If you want to make the switch or you want to acquire the recycling, 406-541-7171. That's 406-541-7171. It's funny because I led yesterday's show. Actually, first, before we get into this, here's what's coming up. Rajim Seabrook's coming. He's getting his flag football girls set up down at the sports barn right now. So he's just on his way. He just running a couple minutes behind, but he'll be here. So off the top, we're going to talk hoops. All four of the Division I teams from Montana were in action last night, as was Crosstown Hoops in Missoula. So we'll talk about the college hoops off the top. We'll talk about high school hoops in segment number 2. We'll talk about some of the Division I prospects here in the city of Missoula. Lincoln Rogers at Sentinel on the boys' side. Avery DeCoit at Big Sky on the girls' side. Both of those players had great nights last night to lead their respective teams. 2 wins. And, of course, we're also going to talk about the NFL with Rajim. That's all here just in the first hour. Hour number 2, Carolyn Chicken No Sports swings by for a particularly risque edition. We talk about, Carson Beck's personal life. I'll just leave it at that. Stay tuned for the top of the 5 o'clock hour if you want to know more about that. And also, Jeff Safford has his latest installment on Grizz hockey. And then Hayden will take you home today. I have to get out of here just a little bit early, but we do have most of the second hour already prepared for you. I got to just go help with my son. But don't worry, you won't even know I'm gone, right? You'll just hear me on the radio until the end, and then the last couple of minutes, Hayden Smith will tell you his thoughts on the weekend that will be here coming up for the Grizz hockey team. So there you go. That's what's coming up here on Nuanez Now. You want to stream it, 1029ESPN.com. You can also use the ESPN MT app. You can also always use YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And if you'd like to be a part of the show, 406-888-1029. That's 888-1029. And let's just get it started right now. We do have tickets to Grizz hockey. Here's the way that it works. You text us at 406-888-1029. Then if you win, we'll text you back and let you know. And then you go pick your tickets up at KB Tap House. KB Tap House is an awesome place right on South Avenue right on Higgins, right? It's South and Higgins, right? The corner of South and Higgins. The technical address is actually on Higgins, right across from North Blizzard Field. Why am I telling you? You already know where KB Tap House is at. It's an awesome place. They have one of the best beer selections anywhere in Montana. Also a great coffee bar as well. The food is delicious. So if you'd like to go to the Grizz hockey game this evening against Providence, we got tickets for you, and we got a gift card for you to KB Tap House. Sort of crazy, but the Grizz hockey season is dwindling. It's nuts how fast time goes. I don't know. I actually don't know. I know everybody says this, but it is wild how. I mean, I feel like we just started doing Grizz hockey. I feel like Jeff Safford was just in Colorado, and that was several months ago, and now here we are. Tonight is the second to last home game for the regular season for Grizz hockey. They play Providence here tonight, and they play in Great Falls tomorrow. Then they play a double dip in Bozeman against Montana State on the 30th, and then on the 31st, that's next Saturday, they're back here for the Brawl in Missoula, and then we're into the conference tournament, and then we're into regionals, and here we are. So coming down the stretch right now for Grizz hockey, they sit right now at 12-12-1 with the talented Providence team in town tonight. So if you want Grizz hockey tickets and a chance to get some free KB Tap House, text us, 406-888-1029. We'll let you text in here for about the next hour or so. Puck drops at 7:30 at the Glacier Ice Rink. So keep those texts coming in, 406-888-1029 if you want Grizz hockey tickets and some free KB Tap House. All right, so here's the lay of the land last night. I've been wondering just about, I'm always wondering about the waning or surging interests in things. I mean, hockey's a great example, right? Like when I first started doing this a little bit less than a decade ago, hockey was not on my radar at all. I didn't really follow it. I didn't know that people in Missoula were into it. and certainly people were to a certain extent, but it has accelerated big time. Like, that's why we're covering hockey. That's why we have segments on the show. That's why we have coverage on the ESPN MT app. That's why we broadcast the games on the radio. All that sort of stuff, right? Women's basketball has also had a huge surge. Seems to me like men's basketball maybe isn't. But last night at Dahlberg Arena was really fun. And yesterday I prompted all of you. I said, why aren't you guys wanting these tickets? Well, then all of a sudden all you guys wanted tickets, and we got dozens of texts for the tickets to the men's basketball game last night against Weber State. And it was a good crowd, about 3,000 on hand last night at Dahlberg Arena. So maybe it's not waning. Maybe winning helps, no question. And Montana looked like they were up against it at halftime. They were down by 7. They'd given up multiple double-digit point runs to Weber in the first half. But then they flipped the script, and they utterly dominate the second half, and they win going away. They win the second stanza 45-22, and they win the game 81-65. And Montana moves to 5-2 in league play. They are alone now in third place. They trail Portland State, who went to Eastern Washington and won last night. So the Vikings remain unbeaten in league play. And Montana still trails their rival, Montana State. The delineating factor there is that Montana State beat Montana last Saturday in Bozeman, but then Montana State turned around and beat Northern Colorado on Monday and then beat Idaho State last night. So it's a big game in Bozeman tomorrow with Weber State coming to town, because the Wildcats were 4-2 like the Grizz coming into last night. They'd fall to 4-3, but if they could knock the Cats off, they could keep pace in this race. A couple highlights from last night's Grizz men's basketball game. Tyler Thompson, the outstanding redshirt freshman, he's been really good in terms of efficiency this year. He was shooting about 43% coming into the game. Well, that went up last night. He went 7 of 9, 43% from deep, that is. Thompson went 7 of 9 from beyond the three-point arc yesterday, and he scored a career-high 21 points. So that certainly opened things up for the Grizz offense. Grizz also had 22 assists, which was a huge boost for them. They had 14 turnovers in the first half, only 3 in the second half. So they take care of the ball at a much higher level. And probably the last note worth noting is that Money Williams went just 2 of 12 from the floor last night. He had only 7 points, but he goes over 1,000 points for his career. So he is the 6th fastest Grizz to get to 1,000 points, which is remarkable in itself, but it's even more remarkable when you consider that Money Williams broke his foot and missed the entire second half of his freshman year, but didn't get a red shirt because he played the whole non-conference. And then obviously there's the well-known story of him losing both his parents. Both of his parents died in the span of a year. So he had the off-the-court heartbreak plus the injury. Then last year, he came off the bench for the second half of the year. He was the top reserve in the Big Sky, and he scored 14 points per game. But it's just fascinating that he didn't play half a season. He played a whole season with a broken heart, and he wasn't even a starter for half another year. Yet here he is, and he's already in the 1,000-point club at Montana. Pretty prestigious honor. We'll see where he can get to, especially if he stays for another year next year. But pretty notable what Money Williams was able to accomplish. Talked to Travis DeCuire last night. Had a soundbite ready for you, but unfortunately, this happens every year. And it's not Travis's fault. Travis has a really deep, gravelly voice anyways, but he's also a very intense coach. And, he hollers at his guys quite a bit to get them going. And he loses his voice. And it always happens in January and February. He always loses his voice. So I tried to get some good audio from Coach last night, and you can't really hear what he's saying. So let's just paraphrase, because I do know, I was listening, and I wrote a story about it. So basically the talking points were, I asked him, because Saturday after the Cat game, DeCuire said he thought that his team was playing good enough defense right now to win night in and night out. It was the offense they had to take care of. And it's not the shooting efficiency, right? The Grizz are shooting 51% as a team. That's excellent. That's top 10 in the country. The Grizz are also, over the last 3 years, shooting 50.6% as a team for a 3-year sample size. That's amazing. That's 6th in the nation over the last 3 years cumulatively. So the shooting efficiency is not the issue, right? They're getting good shots, and they're knocking those shots down. It's the turnovers this year that's been the bugaboo, right? They were leading the conference in turnovers at 15 per game coming into last night. Then they turned the ball over 14 times in the first half. So that's something they definitely have to clean up. But he said for sure that they made strides in that, especially in the second half yesterday. The other things we talked about just the defensive communication and where they were able to turn a corner, because Weber State had a 14-2 run and an 11-0 run in the first half. I asked Travis, I said, what was your halftime speech? I didn't say it like that. I said, you must have said some pretty inspiring stuff at the break, and I laughed. And he said, well, really, I started yelling at him at the second media timeout with 12 minutes to go in the first half, but we weren't actually able to make the adjustment until we were in the into the locker room and actually got to draw it up on the board. So that was certainly a big adjustment for him. Taking care of the ball was a big talking point. I also asked about Money Williams and just going over 1,000 points, and he gave Money a lot of credit for that as well. And we just talked about the landscape of the Big Sky and where it fits right now, and that's sort of one of the narratives that's emerging for the second year in a row, and that is close games are just sort of the norm right now in Big Sky Conference men's basketball. There's hardly any blowouts. I think as of last week, there was a blowout on KenPom, which is a great analytics site. It's considered a 16-point win or more. There's only been one of those in league play so far as of last week. I haven't checked it this week, but certainly few and far between. Nuanez Now 102.9 ESPN Radio, SWX Montana Television, and the ESPN MT app. Montana State got it done last night, too, and they rode their two seniors, Jed Miller and Patrick McMahon. The Cats beat Idaho State 74-62. And Jed Miller, 20 points, 6 rebounds. Patrick McMahon, 19 points. So great effort by Montana State seniors. The probably news of the day, probably burying the lead here. We highlighted the two teams that were at home. That's the men's. It goes men are home, women are home, men are home, women are home, back and forth. So we usually try to highlight the teams that are home just because we're usually giving away tickets and those are the games that are accessible for us to watch. Well, the news of the night last night is that Montana State's women lost. They suffered their first conference loss, and they took one on the chin in Pocatello. Not that surprising if you know the history. I mean, Tricia Binford has been at Montana State for 22 years now. Seton Sobolewski has been at Idaho State for 19 years now. They know each other well. They're very familiar. And to be quite honest, Seton Sobolewski has been the biggest thorn in the side for Tricia Binford of any coach in the conference. Part of that's just familiarity, but part of that's because Idaho State plays a really, really intense physical style, especially in their half-court defense, and they're able to disrupt a lot of the up-tempo, run-and-guns type of stuff that Montana State does. Idaho State did a great job last night of containing Taylor Chirick. She had eight rebounds and 5 assists, but just 6 points. She was 0 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. So if you cut the head off the snake, that's a pretty good way to start. Casey Spick had a great night for Idaho State, 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. And Idaho State takes the win 79-60. Cats shot just 32%. Idaho State shot almost 60%. That's the first conference loss for Montana State, and just their second conference loss in 2 years. They only lost one conference game last year, too. So they've won 25 out of their last 27 Big Sky Conference games. So certainly stunning anytime Montana State women's hoops loses a Big Sky Conference game. And then finally, the last result, Montana's women finally have a winning streak. They looked like they were in full control. They're up 12 points in the third quarter against Weber, but then they had a lull. They didn't score very much at all down the stretch, and they ended up squeezing out a 51-50 win against Weber. It was a weird scenario at the end. They didn't Weber didn't foul when they had the opportunity to foul. You seemed like you figured that they would to sort of extend the game, but they didn't. So Montana, I'm not going to say got away with one. I mean, they should go down to Ogden and win. I mean, Weber's one of the worst teams in the league. It's Weber had it rolling a little bit, but then they had several of their best players transfer, and they do not have a league win yet. So they're still searching, but the Lady Grizz have now won 2 in a row, and 2 in 4 days at that. After getting blown out in Bozeman, it's a nice response by Nate Harris's team to get back on the winning side. So good job by the Lady Grizz. Again, you're supposed to beat Weber State, but you can't go down there and lose. That squelches all the momentum. Montana's going to have a hard matchup in Pocatello on Saturday against Idaho State. But to get the 2 league wins, your first 2 league wins, does give you a little bit. Avery Waddington was the story. She was great last year as a freshman. She's been up and down this year as a sophomore, but you can still see her great talent. And I think if you're Montana, you just wanted her to take control, and she did last night. She had 20 points and 8 rebounds. As Nate Harris said in the postgame, he said, I was telling her this is your game. Rise up, go take it, et cetera, et cetera. And that's exactly what she did. So good job by her. Good job by the Lady Grizz. We'll see if they can keep it going in Pocatello on Saturday. I think that'll be an uphill battle, to say the least. But you never know. And again, getting off the Schneid, getting the first 2 conference wins, certainly a boost for the Lady Grizz. That college basketball recap, brought to you by our great friends at Red's Bar. Red's Bar is a great place to watch the games, especially if the teams are on the road. They'll always have them on down there at Red's. Red's has a friendly staff, one of the great patronages of all the downtown establishments. Great people in there that are always hanging out. And it has one of the great memorabilia displays you'll see anywhere in the state of Montana as well. Red's Bar downtown on Ryman, a Missoula institution. James Seabrook should be on his way. And I was remiss, I forgot about this. We have a special guest. We're going to learn a little bit more about, there's a young lady in our community that is a world-class table tennis player as well as an instructor as well. I forgot that Rajim was bringing her in, but she's here. Raj isn't. So that's next, regardless of if Rajim is here or not. We'll see you on the other side. Don't change that dial. Keep it right here. Nuanez Now, 102.9 ESPN Radio.
The wait is over. Grizzly Disposal is now offering no-sort recycling. No more sorting and dragging it across town. They'll get it right from your house. Cans, cardboard, and plastic all in one bin. Handled by Grizzly Disposal. Visit grizzlydisposal.com to add on recycling to your plan or to switch over to Grizzly Disposal today. Give them a call, 541-7171. That's 541-7171. The best trash removal service in town just got better. Grizzly Disposal, the only bears that should be in your garbage. Uh-oh. Fender bender? Did you hit a deer? Or something worse? Action Auto Body Missoula brings your car back to life. Their expert technicians use state-of-the-art equipment to get you back on the road fast. Insurance claims? No problem. Quality repairs? Guaranteed. When accidents happen, take action. Call Action Auto Body Missoula today. 406-728-9220. That's 406-728-9220. Or visit actionautobodymt.com. Action Auto Body Missoula, where Missoula's cars come back to life.
All Nations Health Center is committed to keeping you vibrant and full of energy by supporting your physical, mental, and spiritual health. All Nations Health Center in Missoula offers a variety of services to the Indigenous and non-Indigenous people of Western Montana. All Nations offers primary care doctors, behavioral health services, mental health counseling, and even dental. All Nations currently serves more than 2,000 registered clients who are proud Indigenous people. For more information about how All Nations Health Center can help you, visit allnations.health.
Hi, this here's the King, and I'm speaking to you once again for all them good old folks down there at Rockin' Rudy's. You know, when you hear my voice, it can only mean one thing. It's time for Rockin' Rudy's gigantic store-wide sale. All their cards, gifts, toys, jewelry, music, it's all on sale. Plus, don't forget Record Heaven. All their vinyl, cassettes, phonographs, electronics, they're all on sale. And don't forget a jelly donut for the King. Rockin' Rudy's, they're on sale now.
Cold weather cravings? The Montana Club has got you covered with scratch-made comfort food to match every craving. From perfectly grilled steaks to satisfying salads, they're ready to handle your hunger. So grab a table with a reservation or keep it casual and order delivery straight to your door. Great food made easy. Visit MontanaClub.com to order or reserve and come warm up at your Montana Club. Brooks and North Reserve, Missoula.
If the USS Montana must go to war beneath the sea, the crew will be called to battle stations by a war song like those that inspired our state's first people. In any conflict to which she's sent, the Montana sailors will take with them a warrior spirit and the best, most lethal technology. Join us in supporting SSN 794 and all who sail aboard her in defense of our nation. USSMontanaCommittee.us.
ESPN Missoula Sports Center. The accomplishments and honors keep on coming in for talented Billings Central freshman Addison Cagle. Hello, I am Hayden Smith. Cagle, the State A girls cross-country champion, was acknowledged on Wednesday as the 25-26 Gatorade Montana Girls Cross-Country Player of the Year. The 5'5" freshman won the Nike Cross-Country Northwest Regional Championships with a time of 16 minutes and 51 seconds this past season. Cagle followed that by taking 11th at the Nike Cross-Country Nationals in 17 minutes and 31 seconds to earn second-team All-American honors. Cagle's time of 17:48 to win the Class A state title was a classification record last fall in Missoula. Another impressive victory for Cagle came at the prestigious Mountain West Classic, where on the same University of Montana golf course that she would set the state record just a little over a month later, Cagle came away with victory as well. In prep hoop news around Western Montana, the Missoula Sentinel boys and the Frenchtown girls continued to roll behind their star seniors. For Sentinel, Lincoln Rogers poured in 26 points, and the Spartans moved to 8-1 with a 75-39 win over Bozeman High to hold steady number 2 in the polls. Quinn, who's bound for Boise State next year, piled up 23 points, grabbed 7 rebounds, snared 3 steals, and blocked 3 shots as the Bronx destroyed Corvallis 63-20. Frenchtown boys also continued to surge. Hank Smith scored 18 points, Henry Griffin added 13, and the Bronx boys raced past Corvallis 61-15.
It's Nuanez Now on 102.9 ESPN Missoula. Watch the show statewide on SWX Montana Television.
Well, falling in love with you. While your other man was out there cheating at night, stepping all over you. Sweet thing, tell me, am I wrong? Holding on to you so tight. Tell me, am I wrong? Holding on to you so tight. If your other man come to claim you, he better be ready for a long, hard fight.
Remember that show, or was it a show? I think it was a show, Name That Tune. Rajim just would have nailed that one. If Name That Tune was still around, Raj got that one in about 1, 2, 3 notes, right? You got
Man, I'm built for that show. I am. I grew up in a really musical family.
You're Shazam before Shazam was created.
Well, hold on. That's actually one of my favorite heroes from the DC universe. Like, you're hitting me on all my nerddom things right now.
There's the app that tells you the song. So, anyways, we should have a
Shazam like that, not like yes.
Anyways, Rajim's like the human Shazam. Welcome back. Nuanez Now, ESPN Radio, SWX Montana Television, and the ESPN MT app. Colter Nuanez coming to you through the Grizzly Disposal Studio. Rajim Seabrook in studio, and also a special guest, Shannon Holmes, is here as well to educate us about some table tennis. You got all sorts of stuff going on over here. So take us through this. Are these like your various paddles, or what's going on here?
These are my paddles. Some are borrowed, some are mine. Most of them borrowed. But I've got a hard bat paddle made of wood. That's what originally players played with. I've got Bob Dylan's electric guitar when he went electric.
Wow, cool.
This is called Pips. It's anti-spin, so you're either, you might be labeled as a cheater, but there's some discussion about that. People either love it or hate it, and then I have my just regular paddle that I play with. It's just got 2 rubbers on it, Dignix and Rosina. Really fast rubbers. There's a university in Idaho where they just test the rubbers and for how fast they, go. It's amazing. Yeah.
So tell us about just you in general, your background in table tennis and sort of the table tennis that you're teaching here in Missoula.
Yeah, so I am a first-year welding student at Missoula College.
Cool.
So that's a new thing. I want to put a plug for them because they're amazing. But I have this month off, and I met Regime at Hana, Sushi Hana.
Yeah,
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
And I, for some reason, told him all of my ping pong hopes and dreams. And he bet me to come on this show, and so I'm kind of doing it. I just started an Instagram. It's called Missoula Table Tennis, all lowercase, one word. Please follow that to see what's going on with table tennis. I'm going to include the Union Pong. My friend Larkin Lane, she made an Instagram for Union Ping Pong.
Nice.
So this will be for for all of Missoula. I'm going to try and include societies, councils, everything, whatever you want to do. I think Hannah will probably have a bout against Old Post. I'm going to try to work on that.
That would be fun.
That is
cool. So how's it going? Like, I mean, what's sort of it sounds like this is growing just in general. So, I mean, what's sort of like the ping pong / table tennis community like in Missoula?
Yeah, so it's a lot of retired guys right now. Some like former Montana state champions. Shout out to Dallas. There's King is in, the Bitterroot. He's a 2200 player, ranking for table tennis. So
what's that mean? What's 2200 mean?
Yeah. So my journey, I went to the U.S. Open to get a ranking with the USATT after going to a month-long training camp in Abibro, Denmark.
Wow.
So I'm kind of...
That's the first thing that comes up when we Google you.
Yeah.
Is the Denmark Academy. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so 2200 means you are legendary. And I still have not gotten to play with King, but I hear he is amazing.
So this person lives in Missoula.
He lives in Hamilton.
Okay,
Try
but
to
still,
get him down to Missoula.
in Western Montana. That's pretty crazy. I'm always fascinated by how many. There's so many cool people that have done so much cool stuff in Missoula. Like, it is amazing the way it makes people gravitate here.
Yeah. So I'm an 1100 player. So 1100 to 2200. I'm pretty I'm new.
Newish, right?
Yeah.
But you would just whoop us, right?
I would hope so. But if you have any kind of background in any other sport,
sure,
you're gonna do great.
Right. I've played ping pong, table tennis in my life, and Robert Chase from the Trail, he's got his game room, and we go down there and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm just imagining you just be like, wax on, wax off, here we go, and just kicking our butts, right?
I absolutely try. And this is crazy. I'm so nervous about this. I'm in my getup. I made Yola jerseys for Denmark, and I commissioned Courtney Blazon to create.
Oh, great Missoula artist.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a name.
Yeah, I asked her to make a logo for me that represents all my friends, and I brought them with me to Denmark so I wouldn't chicken out. And I'm so glad I didn't chicken out here.
So how Shannon Holmes joined us talking about table tennis and the burgeoning community here in Missoula. You can see her cool. If you're watching on ESPN MT app or on SWX Montana television, you can see her cool outfit. So tell us just about how you got into this. How long has this been a part of your passion? How long have you been pursuing this?
We had a table growing up in our basement. I'm from south of Minneapolis, so I'm in purple and gold because.
So we are both we're downtrodden Vikings fans.
You were in kindred sad spirits.
Yeah. Well, I'm more sad because they won 5 games in a row down the stretch. Yeah. I was really rooting for a 3-14 season so we could go get Francisco Mendoza or something like that, but not happening.
Same thing with the Giants.
No doubt. Anyways, carry on. So you grew up in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I grew up south of Minneapolis. My brother and my dad, they kicked our butts, and they're very competitive, and I got that from them. And yeah, I've just always played ping pong. In Missoula, my ex's mom got a paddle made from this guy named Charles. Shout out to Charles. But I found a Charles paddle at my place of work, which was
cool.
Scotty's table.
Oh, nice. That's how I recognize you. We used to always go to Scotty's table. Yep.
Now it's Hannah, so I'm still there. I joke that I came with the building. But after finding that paddle, and if this is your paddle, if this is yours, you should contact me because I will get it back to you. But I've been playing with it ever since.
So what did you decide to take this to the next level, to become a ranked player and pursue this at sort of a high level?
My friend that I played with at Union, his name is Dick. He told me about the B75 International Training Camp, and he and I were pretty we were kind of level players, and I played with him a lot. And he told me he was going to this camp, and I am competitive, and I was like, you cannot go to Denmark and get better than me. At the time, I was working at Open Aid Alliance. I was their connection coordinator at the front desk there in harm reduction, and I love Open Aid Alliance. I love the work they're doing. And so they, there were some funding issues, so it was actually a perfect time for me to leave for a month.
Sure. So that's how long it was. The academy was a month long.
The camp was a month long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was there July 5th to August 5th.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what, is it just daily table tennis? Just, I mean, what would you give us like the day in the life when you're at this camp?
Well, yeah. So there were 2.5 hour sessions. One was multi-ball in one like court or one huge gym, and then other was just like free play. So multi-ball, you would work with coaches from around the world. There's an awesome French coach there that was like very poetic, and it was just amazing. But yeah, so we'd just do multi-ball training for 2.5 hours. We started the day with optional yoga. That was always amazing.
That's cool.
German lady led yoga. We had lunch, and then I would take a nap because, I mean, playing 5 hours a day is a lot.
A lot, for sure.
And so we would go back to our afternoon session, and then we would have, like, supper and dinner, which was awesome. I felt like a hobbit, like you're eating like
second breakfast is great Tolkien reference. Nice job.
Awesome.
Thank you.
It was amazing. Yeah.
So Shannon Holmes in studio talking all things table tennis. So how much do you think you like accelerated your abilities at this academy?
At the camp, I mean, going there, I realized that like I had to be totally retrained.
Had some bad habits or whatever?
Well, yeah, and I had some coaching just from friends and from players that play. And yeah, you kind of realize that you know next to nothing.
Sure.
And you need to either start over or continue what you're doing, and you might not excel.
Right, yeah.
So I struggle with that.
So what's the motivation? Like, I mean, you're playing competitively still, right?
So ping pong has been my harm reduction. I'm going to get emotional, but like if I drink and I play, like I get really bad and I'm super competitive, so I don't want to drink.
Sure, right, yeah.
And I play at a bar. I play at Union Club Bar and Grill, and it's just been like, it's been awesome for me. Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, very relatable. I've had multiple conversations about this with my friends on the golf course too, right? Because a lot of guys just like to golf to drink.
Yep.
Well, we like to golf.
Yes.
So, like,
exactly.
like drinking. People think it makes them better at golf, but it actually doesn't. It makes you way worse.
In your mind, it does.
In your mind, it does. And like the first one, maybe for a second because you relax, but then it's the slippery slope, and then all of a sudden
continue a downward spiral.
You're not doing well at all. So very cool. So what's next? Are you going to take another one of these high level training things, or what else are you going to do?
I would like to see more table tennis in Missoula, and I'm going to do that. I mean, you have inspired me to do that.
Great.
So thank you. But I am looking ahead. I just watched Eddie the Eagle at the Roxy. I love the Roxy. Support
Roxy's awesome.
Local cinema. The Roxy has been putting on a month of like 250 Sight and Sound Redux like best films. And Eddie the Eagle, I don't know if you know this story, but he's a British guy that went to Calgary, Canada, because they didn't have ski jumpers in the Olympics. So he wanted to be the first British ski jumper.
Wow.
Yeah. So that all said, the 2028 Olympics are coming up in LA.
Sure, yeah.
Not saying that I'm going. I'm not that delusional yet.
Sure.
But maybe I could be. But also the 2028 ITTF, which is the International Table Tennis Federation, they are having their World Championships in Fukuoka, Japan. So that's something...
Wow.
I really want to go to because I want to see like some of the best facilities in the world to play table tennis. I think that would be super cool, and I want to bring that back to Missoula in some form.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So when it comes to like international competition, who's like the leader in the pack? Is it Japanese? Are they the number one? Or?
Japanese and Chinese.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like when we're talking about the Olympics, like that's who we're going to be looking at. Like America will be competing mostly with Japan and China.
So when I went to Denmark in 2024, it was during the Paris Olympics, and we were supposed to have all Chinese coaches there, and they were actually competing in the Olympics.
Oh,
so
wow.
they were not there. And it was stressed at the camp. Like volunteers made that camp run. And then we had over 30 nations represented. So, people came from all over just to get better at table tennis. And, conflict is going on in the world. It's going on right now. It always will be. But having something like table tennis to bring people together, I think, is awesome.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I would encourage you to be delusional and
thank you.
Try
Thank
to go.
you.
Yeah. Let's make it happen. I mean, that would be awesome to have somebody that's in an international competition or on the world stage or go to the Olympics or something like that. It'd be amazing. So you got a couple years, so keep on going.
Thank you so
and
much.
let us know however we can help. Shannon Holmes talking about the burgeoning growth of table tennis in Western Montana, but also big aspirations. So we'll let you know. Maybe we'll have an Olympian in our midst here in a couple of years. But
Montana produces an exorbitant amount of
Isn't that
Olympians.
crazy?
It is. It's really crazy, and Missoula in particular.
Totally, right?
In Missoula area,
Like-
so
and like-
add on to that legacy.
Just Western Montana in general, right? Between Missoula and Kalispell is like just a ton, which is awesome. So, Shannon, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Nuanez Now 102.9 ESPN Radio. We will take a break, come back, and I got lots of questions for Jamie. Everything from high school basketball to John Harbaugh landing in New York and whatever else we better get to. That's next. Keep it right here. 102.9 ESPN Radio.
Red's Bar downtown is the perfect place to sit down, warm up, and watch the rest of this football season unfold with friends new and old. Plus, it's not just football season, it's the best time of the year with the NHL, NBA, and college basketball, too. So slip into Red's for a drink and a game. Red's Bar has a welcoming atmosphere that always makes for a great place to meet with your friends or to make some new ones. Warm and inviting all winter long. Go enjoy sports and the Missoula community at Red's Bar. Red's Bar at 217 Ryman, a Missoula institution.
Abigail Coburn of Ryan, Miller, and Coburn Trial Attorneys has an extensive background in criminal defense, particularly federal drug charges.
It's amazing because I think the harder you work, the better outcomes you get for your clients. And so being able to see that immediate result of, while they are doing better, they did get a good result here, and now their life is not forever ruined by the outcome of their criminal case.
You can call Ryan, Miller, and Coburn Law anytime at 406-542-2233. You can also visit online at rmcattorneys.com. Ryan, Miller, and Coburn, your Montana attorneys.
Are you a sports fan who loves to win? Get in on the action with Sportsbet Montana. Bet on collegiate and professional baseball, football, hockey, basketball, and more, all while keeping the money right here in Montana. It's easy and secure on our kiosks and mobile app. Head to your favorite Sportsbet Montana retail location to catch the game, place your bets, and celebrate your wins. Sportsbet Montana. Learn more at sportsbetmontana.com.
That feeling when you turn the key to your new home? That's what we work for at Opportunity Bank. We're a phone call away. We understand the local market, and we're here in Montana, so you can keep your mortgage close to home. Consider us your local trusted guide on your home buying journey. Opportunity awaits with Opportunity Bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Bank NMLS 412554.
Someone who said they were from Medicare called and asked for my personal information.
I noticed a charge on my Medicare statement for a test I don't remember having.
I got a letter offering me free medical equipment if I gave them my Medicare number.
Something didn't seem right.
It seemed too good to be true.
If something seems odd, it's probably fraud. Call Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-551-3191 to report fraud. This project is supported by a grant by the Administration for Community Living.
The legacy of former submariners is with the crew of SSN 794.
Ron Larson, Electrician's Mate Chief. USS Stang, 1977 to 1980. I've had the pleasure of meeting the captain and crew members of the USS Montana. Very qualified.
The technology is different. The respect is the same. For more, browse the news page blogs at ussmontanacommittee.us.
This is Nuanez Now on 102.9 ESPN Radio Missoula.
Don't worry, I'm not sad. We're listening to blues today. I don't know why. It's mostly because I just wanted to play that Kev Mo song right off the top. Welcome back. Nuanez Now, ESPN Radio, coming to you through the Grizzly Disposal Studio here at the Missoula Broadcasting Company. Grizzly Disposal has construction roll-off boxes for you. If you have a construction project going on, then get them to you within 24 hours. Don't wait. They'll get it turned around quick. Call them today, 406-541-7171. Grizzly Disposal, the only Bears that should be in your garbage. Keep those texts coming in for Grizz Hockey. Here's how it works. You text us. You win. You go to Cabby Tap House to pick up your tickets for tonight's Grizz Hockey game, 7:30 p.m. puck drop. We're also going to get a gift card from Cabby Tap House. So we got about 20 minutes left before we're going to close the entries, 406-888-1029. First crosstown basketball games of the year last night.
Oh, boy.
Sentinel and Big Sky squared off. And as expected, the Sentinel boys rolled and the Big Sky girls rolled. And I say it just as expected because I just think that both those teams are two of the best teams in the state. I think that Sentinel is a real-life state championship contender in boys basketball, led by Lincoln Rogers, who's a phenomenon. He's averaging 26 points per game right now.
Beast mode.
And Avery DeCoit for the Big Sky girls. She is absolutely one of the best players in the state, and she's leading the way there for the Eagle girls. So not much drama last night, but it's fun watching the headliners sort of star in the show of their first crosstown matchups of the year.
Yeah, it's always good to see, kids who basically grow up with, in and around each other just kind of go at it at their highest levels, right. Especially when you think about the seniors in both the boys and girls classes respectively. This is for some of them their last hurrah. Yep. And, regardless of the teams and the iterations of in the years here or the years gone by, crosstown rivals are always the best games on tap. And the boys game was good. Boys game was good. It was Mr. Rogers and is definitely in his own neighborhood right now. And that is a boy that's probably going to grow another inch and put on another 15 pounds of muscle. And watch out, world. Here he comes.
I know it's a complicated world when it comes to Division I basketball recruiting. I'm not trying to say I know better than anybody that has a job in this state, and I know that these guys, they get paid a lot of money to do what they do, and they deserve to get paid a lot of money to do what they do. They pack the stadiums, and they, both Travis Secure, Matt Lowe, you win a bunch of games. I just watched Lincoln Rogers, and I just can't believe he's going to Minnesota Mankato, man. Like, and in the world that we live in right now, that could all change, or he also could go there and prove his mettle and transfer up. I mean, we've seen a ton of guys, like last night at the Grizz game, two of the best players in the game were D2 guys that came from Western Washington. Weaver State starting point guard, who's one of the top point guards in the league. He was at Western Washington. Grant Kepley, who's now in the starting lineup for the Grizz, he's also from Western Washington. You had Kai Johnson last year for the Grizz, who was a revelation, one of the best players in the conference. A D2 guy from the GNAC. So we've seen it, and maybe that's the path Rogers takes, or maybe somebody comes in on this kid late. I just watched this kid, man. He can shoot it. He can handle it. I mean, he is real deal 6'7.5" or 6'8". Like, this is not like
elevate.
He's not one of this like fudging on the roster. You're 6'6.5". We list you at 6'8". Like, he is tall and long and lean, and like you said, he's probably still growing. Not sure he even has had a whisker yet. I mean, he's gonna put on 15, 20. He's gonna put on 15, 20 pounds, right? Like,
that's exactly the number I said.
I mean, so exactly. So
man.
I just if I was king of the day. King for the day, I just wouldn't let this kid leave my hometown, man.
Well, Candace lets you think that from time to time. But no, I don't understand why. I mean, I am grateful that this young man has the opportunity to play post-high school because he so deserves and has earned it. I do think that he's able to play at a higher level than where that school is right now. And you know what? It may come down to like an eBay thing. Someone may come down to the last minute and just snipe him. And just at the last minute, just you try to usurp whatever offers are still there on the table. So, good for him. Good on him. Good for Sentinel. Man, watch out. Lincoln Rogers is legit.
Well, and I also wonder if he decides to play club ball. Like, usually you stop playing club after your high school senior year is over because you're probably already committed. You probably already signed even the year before that. Or you kind of know where you're going, so it's like, okay, I'm not going to play club because I don't need more exposure. But we have seen a couple great players in Montana. Three guys come to mind. Jack McGillis from my age group, Kendall Manuel from about, 6 or 7, 8 years ago from Billings Skyview, and Raekwon Smart, who is also from Billings Skyview. All three of those guys played the spring club circuit. Jack, he's one of my good buddies. he was on the Northwest Cougars. They went down to the ABCD camp in Vegas.
Lit it up.
He got to guard Josh Smith, and he held his own.
Yeah.
Josh Smith was like the best high school player in the country, and McGillis held his own. And boom, and all of a sudden now he's got offers from Washington, Oregon State. He ended up going to Oregon State. He transferred back to the Grizz to be close to home. But Kendall Manuel, same deal, right? Like he had hardly any offers. He goes on that deal. He ends up going to Oregon State. He also transfers back to Montana. Smart, he got a ton of offers, but then he had a glitch in his grades, so he goes to North Idaho Junior College, but then, boom, he had offers from Larry Kostoviak at Utah. He had offers from John Thompson Jr. at Georgetown. He ends up going to Florida State and playing in the Elite Eight. So the guys that have actually been missed on in the state that then go and play that spring club, they're the ones that have gotten to the highest level over the last 20 years out of the state of Montana.
Hey, if someone is listening to that, do the math on that.
Right.
Look at the end result. Make sure your fraction is proper. I love what you just said, because this Link is that kid. Right. He's that kid that all of a sudden some scout may lose a job for not recruiting a kid like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I love what you just said, and I hope that someone does offer him, not that he isn't already going to a big stage, but possibly a larger one.
No doubt. Lincoln Rogers, 20 points last night. Sentinel beats Big Sky 49-39 in the girls crosstown contest last night. Big Sky runs away with it 51-32. Avery DeCourt had 16 points. I also watched the highlights on the news. They're not that good at keeping track of assists, but I saw her have at least 5 assists on the news too. So she was wheeling and dealing certainly. And the Big Sky won 51-32 over Missoula Sentinel. Other scores of pertinent interest from last night: Hellgate beats Butte. That's a big win. Butte's number 1 in the state, but nice defensive effort by the Knights. They held Butte to 38 points and they win 50-38. Zane Gilhouse 15 points. Spencer Whalen 14 points for the Knights. And probably the other pertinent result from last night in boys basketball, Lodgegrass kept on rolling. I feel good for this team. And this was a run and gun, like typical res ball shootout between Lodgegrass and St. Labray, 81-78. But I'm happy for Lodgegrass. I'm glad that they had a bunch of those guys from last year's team back, because that team was so good. And they just had to play the greatest Class B team ever in the championship, right? I mean, thousands of people came from all over eastern Montana to watch that Lodgegrass team, and they played great at the Adams Center, but they played a team in Loyola that was putting up 95 every single night out. Like, it wasn't a fair fight, right? I mean, Loyola is one of the greatest teams we've ever seen. So
yeah.
I'm glad that Lodgegrass is back in a big way, though. They're number 1 right now in Class B, and it'd be a fun story if they ran it back and won it.
We'll see. I love what you said, but you don't bring a spatula to a gunfight,
right?
So, and that's exactly what the way that game shaped up last week. Loyola is just a juggernaut, looking to repeat, as a matter of fact. So we'll see. But that is I love those matchups, because those are the games that your neck hurts because it's just back forth, up down, up down, up down, up down. So exciting and just fun basketball.
JJ Benz led Lodgegrass with 24. TJ Gravant had 20. And for St. Labray, Morgan Huggs had 14. Peyton Kilsnight had 13 points. Other girls basketball scores worth noting: Billings-West. This is crazy score, man. I just feel bad for Belgrade. I feel bad that they the population boom in Bozeman spilled over into Belgrade, so they had to move up to AA, and they just aren't AA.
They aren't AA.
Like, they're just not AA. They're just not competitive in hardly any of the sports. They lose to Billings-West 68-10 last night. Brutal. Reagan Susi had 20 for Billings-West, and Macy Hagum-Prinky had 16. Those are a couple familiar names. West is number 2 in the state right now, so they're certainly one to follow. And Hellgate gets it done against Butte. Butte's good, too. The West in girls basketball is going to be highly contested, because Hellgate's good, Big Sky's good, Butte is good, so that's going to be fun to watch. But Hellgate wins 58-47 against Butte. Gianna Pasuccio had 17 points to lead the way.
Big homie.
Texas Gilman had 12, and Ellie Reed had 10 for the Knights. Girls basketball in smaller schools, Billings Central kept on rolling as well. They are the number 1 team. They're the defending state champs twice over, and they beat Hardin, who's number 3 in the state, 60-54. So that's a big-time win for Central. Kiwi Rogers had 24 to lead the way for Hardin in the defeat. So we'll keep tabs on all of that, but certainly fun. I guess last score to note: Baker remains one of the. I think there's only 10 undefeated teams left in the state of Montana, any classification, and Baker's one of them on the girls' side. Man, it looks like they're on a collision course with with Loyola. That would be a really fun state championship game because Madison O'Connor, who's going to the Cats, she's an unbelievable talent. I think she's the best player in the state going right now. She had 32 points. But there's another competition for the best player in the state, and that's Spencer Laird.
Hello.
I know the only reason I give O'Connor the nod is just because she's a senior and Laird's a junior. Laird is going to have
what does class have to do with anything?
I just think O'Connor's better. I just think she's better.
We're fighting after the show.
I love Spencer Laird, though.
So do I.
We had her in studio for an interview, and she was awesome. She's great. One of the most affable and articulate young people that we've had on this show, no question. And she didn't mess around last night either. She had 30 as Loyola ran past Deer Lodge 77-27. Look out for younger sister, though. And
dude, can we talk? Can we talk? Can I talk about her?
Of course. She's awesome, man. She had 17. Emmy did as a freshman.
I've coached both of those girls. And Bryn or Corey, those are both that's mom and dad respectively. Yep. If you're listening, you're laughing at this because I've said Spencer's nice, man. Spencer's nice. Spencer is is surgical. She's precision, but Emmy's the dog. That is the sledgehammer. The old school Russian. That is the hammer and the sickle. I'm telling you, Spencer's nice, but if your back's against the wall and you need the dog. Emmy Laird's your girl.
No doubt. I mean, you could see it last year. They played
love her.
They played her on varsity as an 8th grader.
And killed and it was holding it. Holding it down.
She did great. And so much of it was because she could just come in and just disrupt, right? Like she just goes so hard and she's really tough.
Doesn't care. Love it.
Definitely. Really,
she's a dog.
Really fun to watch. Nuanez Now, 102.9 ESPN Radio. We got to talk some NFL real quick.
Let's do it.
First of all, what did you think of the Giants hiring John Harbaugh? You stoked about this?
No, you already know where I stand on that. I'm not a big fan of the hire.
You don't like retreads or what?
Yes, I do. Of course, you're looking at one.
But what's the issue? Is it because Harbaugh hasn't been able to get over the top lately, or what?
When I look at what he has done with higher levels of talent around him, and more autonomy within an organization, and you continually fall. The only defense I can give to him is that the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL that you're playing against every playoff round are in the AFC. I'm going to give you that. However, get over the hump. And then when I look at what you're inheriting, you're kind of for where the Giants have been since Dave Gettleman, I don't see it. I want to be proven wrong. I want my Giants to do great. I'm tired of watching 3-4 game win seasons, but there's just something about it. There's a young up and coming college coach out there. Give that to them. I need to see a generational shift in the NFL. Part of the disassociation is disassociation. Give me someone that can relate to these young players more socially, culturally, musically, familiarly. And I think that especially with how all of those things are so galvanized and polarized in New York City, you need a different type of coach in there to relate to those players from that scope and frame of reference alone.
Only 3 football games left, which is so sad. 2 on Sunday. And
I know.
Then we got to take a week off, and then we got the Super Bowl. But they should be great games. You have to feel so bad for the Broncos because they've had this great year. They're the number 1 seed. It looks like they have this awesome chance to actually go win the conference and even the Super Bowl. And then Bo Nix breaks his ankle. Does Jarrett Stidham have a chance, do you think, against the Patriots on Sunday?
You know what a snowball on Mars looks like?
See, the one thing I do see, I was telling Hayden this because he's our resident Broncos guy. I guess I wasn't telling him. He and I and Brooks were all talking. But I don't think you pay a guy like Jarrett Stidham as much money as Jarrett Stidham is by far the highest paid backup quarterback in the league. He makes $6 million a year. They see something in him. Either that or they knew that Bo Nix needed to have a backup plan. but either way, I just don't think you're going to pay a guy like that. And, the average NFL backup quarterback makes $1.3 million. This guy's making close to 4 times as much.
Hold on, how much is Russ Wilson making?
No, jeez, $475 million a year.
He might be the most expensive paid backup.
You're right. Because now he is a backup.
Yeah,
you're right.
Exactly.
Because he seriously is on the end of a contract that's paid him $47.5 million a year. But anyways, I don't know. I just wonder. I think Sean Payton will have an offense that's different than the offense that they've run, ready for Stidham, and I think that that's something they probably will have prepared. I think Sean Payton will be able to call it. I think the Broncos have a great offensive line. I think they have a great defense.
Yeah, defense
so I don't think they're gonna win. I'm already on the record. I picked yesterday that I thought the Patriots would win. But I do think that I think it'll be an okay game. Like the fact that it's in Denver, like if this is a slugfest where the Patriots lose by 4, 5, 6, 7, or the Broncos lose, to the Patriots by 4, 5, 6, 7 points, like I wouldn't be surprised.
No, for the first time in my life, I was actually rooting for the Broncos last week. It was a great game against the Bills. I think that this week they may make it competitive for the first quarter and a half, but after that, I think that the Patriots just come out on top. Stidham hasn't played enough. This is for all the marbles. This is to go on to like the next round. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the Patriots are going to be cooking something up to stymie Stidham, if you will. And I don't think the Broncos make it on to the next round. Hayden, I love you, young man. You know I'm not ranking on your team, but I just think that it's a task that you could not have Hercules overcome.
Rams at Seahawks. This is
a game.
Rubber match between these two. The first two, a combined total of 3 points. I thought the best game of the regular season was a Thursday night game between the Rams and the Seahawks, where it was back and forth, 38-37.
It's a good game.
The Rams won that one. The Seahawks won the first round. But again, just 3 points total dividing these two teams. I think the home field advantage plays big for Seattle. I think
Absolutely.
The Rams are slightly better. I think the Rams are better at quarterback. But,
yes.
I just see this. I mean, I think the Seahawks are better on defense.
Yes.
McVay's a great coach, but I think McDonald's a great coach. I mean, I don't know, man. This is like a straight-up coin flip. We were doing pick the spreads yesterday. I was like, I don't know, man. Dead even.
Push.
Like, it's a push. Right?
It's a push.
Like, I really just – I don't think there is an edge for either side. I really just think it comes down to who plays better.
All of the aforementioned X Factors culture that you stated, it's exactly why this is a push game, right? And it may come down to who has the last ball, who has the last possession of the last 4 minutes of this game. As Dane Oliver would say over there at Sentinel High, the middle 8 of this game dictates the winner of this game. Mm-hmm. I'm going on record as saying that whoever wins the middle 8 wins this game. So anyone that knows football and isn't just a fan but knows the game understands what I say, that middle 8. The winner of that middle 8 wins this game.
Nuanez Now 102.9 ESPN Radio. At long last, but also it went by so fast, we turned the page now. Next week, we will have games to recap on the football front, but no games to preview. We'll certainly talk Super Bowl for a couple weeks, but also it seems like every moment of our lives on this show, ever since the week before Thanksgiving, has been engulfed by rivalry talk, because the Cats and the Grizz played each other in football, and then they were going to play each other in football for several weeks because we could just see the collision course coming, and then they played each other in football again, and then the Cats went to the national championship. So now we're talking about the Cats and the Grizz and what the heck's going on, like why are the Cats surpassing the Grizz, all this stuff, and then we come out of the national championship, oh no, shoot, we got rivalry basketball right in our faces. It's been crazy. It's been nothing but Grizz and Cats and Grizz over and over and over again. It was an awesome 2 months.
Amazing.
We've never gotten so much engagement. You guys are awesome for listening in. But we actually get to turn the page now and shine the light on all sorts of these other great athletes that we have in Montana. We've certainly been keeping pace and keeping up with it. But next week is going to be, to me at least, a little bit refreshing because we're certainly going to keep on talking football and all that. But we have an opportunity for it to just be sort of like a new chapter into 2026 of winter sports. So certainly looking forward to that. For Razim Seabrook, I'm Colter Nuanez. We're not going anywhere, though. Don't you worry. Carolyn Chico's No Sports on the other side. Might I say, quite risque this week. You're going to want to hear this one. Also, we got Jeff Safford on Grizz Hockey as well. That's all next. Keep it right here, 102.9 ESPN Radio.
Canby Tap House is well known around the Garden City for its peerless selection of draft beers. Breakfast at Canby is also worth a sterling reputation. From breakfast burritos to chicken fried steak to delicious daily specials, Canby Tap House has excellent breakfast for your weekend brunch appetite. Canby also has a full coffee bar offering bold and delicious espresso and other specialty coffee drinks. Canby Tap House is family friendly and conveniently located on Higgins, across from South Campus Stadium and Dorn Blazer Field. Come enjoy the best breakfast in town at Canby Tap House.
Oh,
Oh, man. Icy roads can be hard on your vehicle, but the pros at Blue Ribbon Auto Body take pride in restoring your car or truck back to pre-accident condition, helping you maintain your investment. Did you know that you have the right to choose your auto body shop for peace of mind? So why choose anything less than Blue Ribbon Work after your fender bender? Blue Ribbon Work from the pros, found only at Blue Ribbon Auto, where your ride is our pride. Cedar Street in Missoula and Thornton Drive by the Y.
Uh-oh. Fender bender? Did you hit a deer? Or something worse? Action Auto Body Missoula brings your car back to life. Their expert technicians use state-of-the-art equipment to get you back on the road fast. Insurance claims? No problem. Quality repairs? Guaranteed. When accidents happen, take action. Call Action Auto Body Missoula today. 406-728-9220. That's 406-728-9220. Or visit actionautobodymt.com. Action Auto Body Missoula, where Missoula's cars come back to life.
Lifestyle changes can be tough, but you don't have to do it alone. The Diabetes Prevention Program connects you with others who share your goals and helps you build healthy, lasting habits. Participants have cut the risk of diabetes by more than half, and even more for older adults. Smoking and vaping also increase your risk for diabetes and heart disease. Get free quit help at quitnowmontana.com or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. To join the Diabetes Prevention Program at Missoula Public Health, call 406-880-5344 to register.
Make the switch to Farmer State Bank and you'll instantly become part of something bigger, something different, something more. That's because we are a community bank. That means local banking, local decision-making, local support for the people, businesses, and communities you care about. Switch to local. Switch to Farmer State Bank, your Montana bank since 1907. An equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Hey, it's Colter Nuanez from your favorite daily sports talk show, Nuanez Now, and I want to buy you a meal on your birthday at Paradise Falls. If it's your birthday, head on over to Paradise Falls at 3621 Brook Street, and I will buy you a birthday entree. All you have to do is go into the family-friendly Missoula favorite, present your ID, and the entree is on me. Birthday meals courtesy of Nuanez Now at Paradise Falls, a family-friendly restaurant serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If it's your birthday, head over to Paradise Falls, Missoula's coolest hotspot.
ESPN Radio for Western Montana, KKVU HD3 Stevensville, and 102.9 FM on K275BS Missoula. ESPN Missoula Sports Center.
The accomplishments and honors keep on coming in for talented Billings Central freshman Addison Cagle. Hello, I am Hayden Smith. Cagle, the State A girls cross-country champion, was acknowledged on Wednesday as the 25-26 Gatorade Montana Girls Cross-Country Player of the Year. The 5'5" freshman won the Nike Cross-Country Northwest Regional Championships with a time of 16 minutes and 51 seconds this past season. Cagle followed that by taking 11th at the Nike Cross-Country Nationals in 17 minutes and 31 seconds to earn second-team All-American honors. Cagle's time of 17:48 to win the Class A state title was a classification record last fall in Missoula. Another impressive victory for Cagle came at the prestigious Mountain West Classic, where on the same University of Montana golf course that she would set the state record just a little over a month later, Cagle came away with victory as well. In prep hoop news around Western Montana, the Missoula Sentinel boys and the Frenchtown girls continued to roll behind their star seniors. For Sentinel, Lincoln Rogers poured in 26 points, and the Spartans moved to 8-1 with a 75-39 win over Bozeman High to hold steady number 2 in the polls. Quinn, who's bound for Boise State next year, piled up 23 points, grabbed 7 rebounds, snared 3 steals, and blocked 3 shots as the Bronx destroyed Corvallis 63-20. Frenchtown boys also continued to surge. Hank Smith scored 18 points, Henry Griffin added 13, and the Bronx boys raced past Corvallis 61-15.
Nuanez Now on ESPN Radio.
I lied and told her I loved her, she didn't care, but anyway, I told her we'd still be friends and she didn't care.
Welcome back, 102.9 ESPN Radio. I still can't believe John Popper's skinny. We all have hope. Well, this week in the first hour of the show, you can find it on the podcast, available on all of your various podcast hosting platforms. And please rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's have some fun. What was that old show? Something Theater. Do you remember this?
Mystery Science Theater.
Misty Science Theater. I don't know why I thought of this, but this is like Grandma Chick Who Doesn't Know Sports Theater. If you're watching on TV, Carolyn has a blanket on.
Oh, yeah, I have a blanket. It's
Because
cold
she
in
thinks
here.
it's cold. It's not even cold. It's not even winter. I got shorts on.
It's freezing. I am so cold right
Like
now.
my old buddy Mike Craver used to always say, there's no such thing as bad weather, just stupid people. Chick Who Doesn't Know Sports here on ESPN Radio, 102.9 FM, as well as SWX Montana Television and the ESPN MT app. I got my Missoula Country Club sweatshirt on because I just got done at the gym. So we're quite a pair here today.
Yeah, you look great.
How was your trip?
It was fun. I was in outside of Chicago last weekend. Got to watch the Bears with a bunch of Bears fans.
Carolyn watched her first Bears game in 40 years.
Yep. That's accurate.
It must be nice to be a fan of a team that has gone through all of what the Bears have gone through since their last Super Bowl and not have endured any of that misery because you literally didn't pay attention until the last couple of years.
It's pretty great.
So since you're like a reignited Bears fan, since your roots are in Chicago, do you have like opinions about this team yet? I just feel like you should do some, what do you call it? Research on Caleb Williams. Because I think he's like your new, how do you say?
Fave?
No, I think he's like your new whipping boy.
Oh, really?
He's way different than Aaron Rodgers, but he's a strange cat, man.
Well, I love him.
You do?
But I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, of course. What do you love about him?
I don't know. He's cute.
I mean,
he paints his nails.
That's not why I say he's weird. Why I say he's weird is his press conferences. This guy does like the Michael Jordan thing where he talks about like all the times in his life that he's been slighted. And it's like, dude, you've never been slighted. You were the number one recruit in the country out of high school. You won the Heisman at USC, and then you were the number one pick in the NFL draft, and you're the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. There's nobody that thought you were not going to do it, you know? Like, he's always talking about all these people that doubted me. It's like, bro, nobody ever doubted you.
Funny.
Like, you have been the man since you were 16 years old.
Well, maybe that just pushes him harder.
No,
we
totally.
don't know.
I do this to myself. I'm not comparing myself to Michael Jordan and Caleb Williams, but I do this all the time where I only focus on the slights to try to keep it pushing forward.
Well,
it's a weird complex.
The best part about being in Chicago that weekend was all of the Chicago, like, you're in a bar and there's Bears stuff everywhere, and that's standard when you're in Chicago. But then when you're like going into a game like this, like everyone's wearing Bears stuff.
Yes.
And my brother, we went to like the bar he always goes to and hangs out, so he knew a bunch of people there.
So it's like a Bears bar.
Well, it's just a bar.
But
they had tons of Bears
stuff. What's the vibe? Is this like a dive bar?
It's
Is it
a dive.
Irish
It's actually
bar?
called Swells, a dive bar.
Wow.
It's a former dive bar that the guy bought and made it into like a nicer bar, but he calls it a dive bar. But it's cute.
Okay.
It's in Michigan City, which is just outside of Chicago.
Got it. Is there still a fair amount of dive bars in Chicago?
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
Because one thing that is just like so frustrating to me is when you go to big cities, you can find all these nice bars.
Oh.
I hate nice bars. I hate nice bars. I don't want. First of all, I hate cocktails. That's probably a controversial thing to say, but I
don't need a craft cocktail.
Exactly.
Right.
If I want a cocktail, I just want a gin and tonic.
Soda or
vodka
whatever.
soda,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Like it doesn't need to be fancy at all. I want the liquor.
Yeah, I don't need edible glitter and dried fruit in my
totally.
drinks.
And like if it's a cash bar where the drinks are cheap, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I get the whole appeal of like the rooftop bar and the nice drinks and all that. That's just not for me. If I'm going to go to a bar and the activity that we're partaking in is drinking, I want to drink normal, straightforward, non-sugary, cheap drinks.
Totally. I'm
glad they have dive bars.
That, yes. So my brother knows a lot of people there, so we were all wearing our stuff, and then this one girl was wearing LA Rams shirt. So I was like, what are you doing? And I forgot why she wore it. But she said, don't worry, tomorrow I'm wearing the Bears shirt. And I said, okay. I said, the last Bears game I remember is the Super Bowl, 85. And she said that I lost my virginity at halftime during that game.
What?
So she went out to her car. She's with her high school boyfriend, and she went out and they did it.
In the car.
During the Bears game. So I called her husband over and said, you guys have to do it tomorrow during the Bears game so they win. And so they promised they would. Clearly they didn't, because they did not win. And they were also like 60, so it would probably be hard to do it in the car at that age. But anyway, I told her I'd be telling this story.
Well, that's good. Hopefully we don't get sued. I guess there's no way anybody could ever know.
That's right. Well, yeah. So it was a pretty funny story that I found hilarious. And then I was chatting next with these younger people next to me at the bar who were all hardcore Bears fans, and they were shook that the only Bear I knew was Caleb Williams and the 85 Bears.
Okay.
And she was only like 25, and she's like naming all the Bears, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But I watched the game.
I wonder when you're going to cross the bridge and like I know you're the chick who doesn't know sports, but like, are you ever going to learn the Bears players' names or like any of the players' names? I feel like you're gonna. At some point, this is just going to overtake you.
No, probably not.
But like sports is just becoming so much more of a part of your life.
It is. And I enjoyed watching it. I had fun, but I also could have turned it off and been fine too. Like, Well,
there's a moment in time where, and this was actually not that long ago, until I was like in my 20s, my mom knew nothing about football. Nothing.
Even with your brother playing?
She knew like a little bit because of us playing, but like when my brother was playing for the Grizz, that was like the time when she first started trying to know about it. And that was not all that long ago. And now she's like watches the games by herself at her house on Sundays. And so, oh yeah, she's all the way into it. Yeah, oh yeah. Goes to all the Grizz games, watches all the Cat games, watches the NFL on Sundays. Oh yeah, she's all the way into it.
I mean, my son played soccer for I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
The only reason I learned offsides was from what was that show on Apple? Oh my God, what's that show? The soccer show.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Yep.
That's how I finally learned offsides.
Okay, so your next homework assignment, you haven't done one yet in 5 years of doing this segment, but your next homework assignment is to do some research into Colston Loveland.
Okay.
He's the tight end for the Bears.
Okay.
Come back. You'll like his story.
Okay.
You'll think it's cool.
Well, anyway, it was really fun to watch the Bears with my brothers in Chicago, outside of Chicago. And then I was hoping, when I went to the airport the next day, there might be some cheap Bears gear, like half off.
Totally.
No
Not
luck.
so much.
No luck.
Well, it's the best they've done in a while, even if the fact that they lost. So probably the stuff gets more expensive now.
Yeah, probably. Also, Matt Stafford got himself some new chompers.
That's been a little while.
Oh, okay.
But
well,
yeah,
I just
he's
don't
got
really
some
pay attention.
veneers.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus.
Would you get new teeth if you had hundreds of millions of dollars?
No, I like my teeth.
Yeah, you have nice teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. If I had bad teeth, I would.
Yeah.
But if you have nice teeth, I don't know. But like, it is so funny how almost all the famous people now just have
and they look
so
fake.
so clear that they're just fake teeth.
I'd probably fix this wonky one right
just
here.
like one, sure, yeah.
But I don't feel like I need veneers.
No, definitely not.
I feel like I'd look weird. They all look weird. Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Checking those little sports. ESPN Radio, probably presented by Hot House Yoga downtown. They also have a great website, and you can find them on the Mind Body app. More on them in just a little while.
I have a new favorite college football player, and I am not saying this person is above my Montana and Montana State boys, because those are all great. But Fernando is the cutest
Fernando Mendoza
munchkin I've ever seen. He is just a ball of cheer, and I just adore him. Now, I was thinking to myself this morning, what if that's all a facade, and he takes off his uniform and he pours himself a bourbon and he, is like...
Well, he says the F word on national television.
Well,
he did the other night.
He has allowed that. I'm sure he went and said 20 Hail Marys the next day. He is so cute. He posted on LinkedIn on how winning the national championship can taught him, will help him in B2B sales. And he wrote a whole thing on LinkedIn about the road to all the no's he got all his life, this, that, and the other, how failure makes you stronger, all this stuff on LinkedIn.
Wow.
He's not even thinking about the fact that he's going to the NFL.
Totally. Well, he might not be.
Why?
Have you heard the latest?
What?
Okay, so Fernando Mendoza got paid $2.6 million last year by Indiana, which on one hand is a crazy amount of money for a college kid. On the other hand is a heck of a bargain to win the national championship. I mean, Indiana was nothing in football, and they just had the greatest year by a landslide in their school's history. And the commercial that Indiana just put out over the last 6 weeks by drilling Alabama, Oregon, and Miami in consecutive weeks in the college football playoff, that is worth, seriously, $100 million for that school in terms of the amount of exposure that they just got. So $2.6 million is a great deal for this guy. Do you know who Indiana's most famous alum is?
No.
Mark Cuban.
Oh, yeah.
So Mark Cuban sold the Dallas Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
So his new sports investment is Indiana.
Okay.
He's been giving them a bunch of money.
Okay.
And this is just a rumor, it has not been completely confirmed yet, but this is a rumor that's been spit out by multiple sources. Mendoza could have another year. So Mark Cuban is potentially offering him the contract he would receive to be the number one pick in the NFL to instead stay at Indiana.
Is he eligible for another year?
I believe he's eligible for another year.
Okay.
And it's what he should do from a business perspective as well as a career perspective, because if he goes to the NFL, he will be the number one pick, and he'll go to the Las Vegas Raiders, and he'll die because the Raiders are terrible, and it's just career suicide.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but you know how I feel about these things.
Yeah.
I could see him not going and letting his brother get the... Because
his brother's in the portal.
His brother's in the portal?
His brother entered the portal the day after the national championship.
Why?
I don't know. Strike while the iron's hot, I guess.
This is wild. Okay. Well, I'd like to talk about a few things that happened after the game.
So one thing, just to clarify this, Cuban's not just offering him like right now, Carson Beck made $6 million last year. That's more than the number one pick makes annually in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys are already making more on a per year salary.
Carson Beck, the non-student?
The non-student hasn't got a class in multiple years. Yeah, making $6 million in Miami. Cuban's not just offering to give him like the $5.7 million. That's the average yearly salary. He's offering him to give him the entire contract. So the number one pick gets a 4-year, $40 million, or a 5-year, $40 million contract. Cuban's offering to give Mendoza $40 million for 1 year to stay.
Well, obviously he should stay.
Which would make him, I believe, like the 15th or 16th highest paid quarterback on the earth to be a college senior.
I don't even know what to say.
Can you imagine what your life would have been like in college if you had that much money? Me and one of my buddies were talking about this the other day. Even if you gave us $150,000, like a very paltry, what if in this crazy NIL world, $150,000 when I was 19 years old. I mean,
I'm actually kind of disgusted by this.
No, it's disgusting. Oh, it's totally disgusting. Oh, we were laughing so hard because there's like 4 of us talking about this. We were like, yeah, one of my buddies was like, oh man, I would have bought an Escalade with rims and like the stupidest stereo system. And I was like, I would have just had an open tab at stocks until the money was gone. Like none of us would have been spent it on anything worthwhile. Just complete idiocy.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Fernando won't. He'll invest properly
Totally.
and save the world with that money.
Yeah, these
so
guys
I
are a
guess
lot
if
more
anyone
mature.
were to get it, I'd want it to be him.
Sure.
Because I feel like he knows he'd actually do good things with that.
But here's our documentary. Like, here's the thing that we're going to talk about years from now. Is like Carson Beck is a very fringe NFL player. Like, I think he'll go to the NFL. I don't think he'll play much. I think he's probably like that very bottom of the barrel starter to like backup. And he's going to have to recommit and to actually like buy into doing that. But I would estimate that he probably goes to the NFL and plays for a handful of years and that's it. But the documentary is then on Carson Beck 20 years from now. Like, what is someone's life like when they make their peak salary when they're 22?
Right.
And then they never make $6 million again.
There'll be Carson Beck and every influencer you've ever known because they're all...
Right.
You know, at that
right, because like, yeah, once you get older, like, what
are you going to do?
Exactly. I think about that all the time. Like the fitness influencers, like,
yeah,
people aren't going to be watching those people when they're 55. Like,
right.
It's a very small window of earning power.
Right. So Carson Beck had quite a bit of coverage this week because during the game,
we're going to get in trouble for this.
There's a very famous alumni from University of Miami who actually has gone back to law school, and her name is Abella Danger.
Indeed.
And it's interesting because I'd never heard of her, but all the guys in the office here seem to know who she was, and they knew a lot about her. She's an MVP in the adult film world. I don't know if I can say this. I might get beeped, but she's the top
The best meme of 2026 so far is, it says, husband, oh honey, a Bella Danger's on TV. Wife, who's that? Me, sleeping on the couch for the rest of the year.
Yeah, every guy in this office knew who she was. I had to Google it, and then I had to delete my cookies because I didn't want, our IT people seeing me Google this person.
Yes, she is, how do you say?
An adult film star.
She's a transcendent talent.
She's also an athlete.
Hey.
And so she's an MVP in her own.
But she's apparently connected to Carson Beck, right?
So the rumor is that they're dating.
Wow.
But he was also dating one of the Cavender twins, and I just don't get how he's getting all these hot chicks, except that he's a $6 million quarterback. But
I mean, it's not that hard to understand, right?
I guess.
How many ugly bad boys with tattoos and money get girls? This is like the tale as old as time.
I know, you're right. He also has very bad sportsmanship because he refused to shake hands at the end of the game.
That was perhaps the greatest theater of the whole thing, other than Kirk Cignetti and his psychotic looks and the way he looks around. And,
hilarious.
I mean, he's just he's just so crazy. It would be so crazy to play for him. But Carson Beck, he was melting down. I did have a little bit of compassion for him. He annoys me, and I'll be glad when he's not a part of the central focus of college football, just because I think that he's a look at me type of guy. But he was having a pretty hard time when he was sort of soaking it in that it was all over.
I get it. It's sad to lose.
Totally.
But you made it to the national championship.
Yeah.
You shake hands. It's the right thing to do. He made a statement saying, I don't need to shake someone's hand. I just need to play my best or something. Mark Fletcher Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Is that his name? Mark. Yes. Sorry.
It's hard to write with blankets on.
Stood around waiting for Fernando to finish some of his press and then shook hands and hugged him and said, good game. Now, I was really proud of this young man until I realized he also tried to punch an Indiana player after the game.
Oh, geez.
However, I did some Googling, and this guy, Mark Fletcher Jr.'s father passed away last year, 2 years ago. And apparently after the game, an Indiana player made some not nice comment about that to him. I don't know why anyone would do that.
Right.
So I think it was a misunderstanding, lots of emotion. But this particular player, there's a video of him waiting. His team's gone, but he wanted to wait and shake Fernando's hand, and I liked that.
Well, good sportsmanship is good, certainly.
Yeah.
It is so interesting because you got to the national championship game. I actually honestly think that, losing before you get to the last game is way easier to palate, even though it's a better accomplishment to get to the last one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I always think this with high school state tournaments, because high school state tournaments, if you lose in the semis, you still get to go play in the third place game.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two teams that get to finish their season with wins, the state champion and the third place. It's always way better even though it sounds better to be second place, it's better to be third place because you won your last game instead of losing your last game.
Yeah. Well, I think if you make it, that's just amazing. So
totally.
It
haunts you though. It haunts you.
I'm
forever.
sure it does. I can't imagine. I wouldn't know. Okay.
Checking those on Sports 129, ESPN Radio, SWX Montana Television, and the ESPN MT app. Carolyn in studio with us. Thanks to our great friends at the Press Box. Press Box is your official headquarters of Grizz Athletics. If you are going to the Grizz basketball game tomorrow, they have moved the tip times up for almost all the Saturday games. So if you are going, it tips at 4. So go have some lunch at the Press Box beforehand. Or better yet, you might even be able to get into happy hour at the Press Box after the game as well. Either way, before, during, or after any Grizz sporting event, the Press Box, your go-to. It's right next to the University of Montana campus, the official headquarters of Grizz Athletics. What else you got?
All right, so Jeannie Buss, former Lakers owner.
Indeed.
She's still part of the Lakers for the next 10 years or so. Mm-hmm. She's still doing stuff.
Yep.
She is, can I say pissed?
Mm-hmm.
She is pissed at
After
LeBron.
you just talked about a Bella Danger in detail, can I say pissed?
She is pissed at LeBron.
What's LeBron doing besides his corny Hennessy ads?
He is not grateful, or he was not grateful when the team drafted Bronny. They did that as a favor.
Okay.
Clearly. He she's mad about there was a trade back in 21. Russell Lewis?
Maybe Russell Westbrook?
Russell Westbrook. I can't read my handwriting.
Russell Westbrook. Okay.
Can we delete that?
No, keep going.
Russell Westbrook trade in 21. She's mad about that. She didn't want to do it. They had their worst season that year, I think, after they traded him.
One of the worst seasons, yep.
She just thinks he's a brat, and she's not impressed with him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're going to do about it. It's been really interesting to watch. Okay, so I have a question for you. Maybe it's just because people are so much more visible now, but does it feel like basically everybody that's entering a new age group, like LeBron's entering a new age group, right? He's in his early 40s. Mm-hmm. He's got adult children. He's middle-aged now, even though he's still a prominent NBA player. But like we're seeing this all over the place with people that are now, they're going from their middle age to now they're later age. They're into their 60s now. It seems like everybody that we observe is losing their minds.
Clearly me.
But what is that? It's so weird. Like LeBron went from one of the most beloved people to then like this polarizing person, but still had all these people on his side. But he's starting to drive me crazy too. And I'm like a complete LeBron stan. I love LeBron. He's been a huge part of my life, just from observing him ever since we were in high school. But he is turning into a brat.
Well, okay. So imagine being over 20 years of people just kissing your butt and doing everything you want. I mean, it's like when you raise a kid, you teach them how to be grateful, and you teach, no one's, I think you just get so used to having everyone up your butt.
Yeah.
Like a bell of danger.
It's a good point. I just think that, I don't know.
I think he should retire also. I think it's
totally.
I mean,
I just think that there's so many people get stuck. They start to erode in their persona, and then they get stuck in that, and they're like, I'm not changing. Don't tell me what I'm doing is not right.
Well, you've told this to me, these athletes, they're making more money or whatever than the owners.
Well, not the Lakers owners, but these guys.
You know what I mean?
So money,
these guys, or the coaches.
Totally.
So who's the inmates are running the asylum?
That's the LeBron proxy for a long time. I mean, he's been doing this since he was in Cleveland the first time around, right? But he's been dictating who he wants on the roster. He only wants his yes men. He only wants the people that enable him. And that has been a thing since the 2000s. So he's been doing that for more than a decade.
So you surround yourself with people like that, you're not going to be a good person after 20-something years of that.
I find it fascinating because the meritocracy used to be such an important thing in America, and it was particularly true in sports. And now, a lot of places are gravitating towards not hiring the most experienced people. Right. Hiring the freshest ideas, the people that aren't stuck in their ways, people with growth mindset, right?
Yeah.
All these coaching and NFL coaching openings, all the guys that are the finals for these things are in their 30s. Used to be not even possible for a guy to be a candidate until you're in your mid to late 40s, but it's a thing now. So I don't know. It's just an interesting evolution. I just feel like a lot of people are losing it.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly am. I can't even remember what I need to do in 5 minutes. So I wish I had a whole bunch of yes people around me telling me where to go and what to do.
No, you don't. All right, check those little sports. What else you got?
Okay. David Beckham.
What's he doing? Did you watch the new Beckham on Netflix? I have not, but I heard it's good.
So David Beckham, this is a sports story because he played soccer.
It seems like a lifetime ago that David Beckham played soccer. He's been talked about for so many reasons besides that for so long.
Well,
it's pretty wild.
He's still an athlete. So his son, he has three kids. His oldest son got married to a billionaire, an heiress, and had a huge falling out with his family after. His son, Brooklyn, released a statement. And
how old is David Beckham's son?
He's young. He's only 23.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you. Okay.
Got married to this woman, and they had a big wedding. And he released a statement explaining why he has cut his family off. He is not speaking to anyone in his family anymore. And one of the reasons was during the wedding, when it was supposed to be the first dance between Brooklyn and his mom and his wife.
Is he still married to, what's her name? Posh?
Yes, Victoria.
Victoria.
Victoria took over.
Is she still hot?
Yes.
That's an inappropriate question. I'm sorry.
Victoria took over the dance and danced inappropriately with him.
Okay.
And so, the memes for this are impeccable. Like, there's so many funny memes about this.
Okay.
But there's no video of this, and everyone wants to see. Was she twerking? Was she grinding her son? What was happening?
Man.
It made the bride leave the room and cry.
Whoa. Weird.
It's good gossip.
The Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
Reigns supreme.
So gross.
So gross.
Anyway, I just thought it was a funny story.
I mean, it is. And Beckham is somewhat of a sports figure still, I guess. I don't know. He's got commercials.
He's got commercials.
With Matt Damon.
Oh, what was
There's
it?
the State Farm commercial with Matt Damon.
Oh, I don't remember. Was that last Super Bowl?
It's hard to comprehend commercials.
Don't say that.
Not our commercials. Our commercials are great.
Okay.
Because they're in the flow of entertaining content like this.
Let's talk about college basketball point shaving scandal.
Oh, boy.
So
shocked, I tell you.
A few months ago, there was the NBA scandal with, a few players, and we had talked about the possibility of this happening in college, and here we are. So these kids were being paid $5,000 to $40,000 a game to throw their games, basically.
Yep.
And there's a list of 17 teams that we know of. 39 players.
39 players.
What the heck?
I hate to say that it's like the least surprising thing in the world, but it's the least surprising thing in the world.
Okay.
I mean, if you play at Eastern Michigan and some dude comes and is like, hey, miss 3 shots down the stretch and I'll give you $50,000, like, what are you going to say?
I know, but how?
We can't. There's nothing. We are Rome. We have opened Pandora's box. There is no solution for all the stuff that we have created now. We will only just melt.
Do you think this happened before? Like, do you think 30 years ago?
Oh, yeah. There's been multiple point shaving scandals. Eddie House had a point shaving scandal at Arizona State.
And so
that was in the late 90s.
Why would anyone do that? I get the money. I get it. But, like, A, don't you have any pride in your game? And B,
totally.
Like, I mean,
I think it's the same reason why people do stupid stuff all the time, especially men. They don't think they're going to get caught.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very disappointing.
Very disappointing.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of fallout for this, I think. But again, this is where we're at. You know, you play with fire, you're going to get burned. It's just kind of how it goes.
Well, I'm glad they got caught. I just wonder about all the people that have not been caught yet, or in like 20 years ago or whatever.
The one thing that could deter this or really slow this down or scare people from doing this is it depends on what the fallout from all this is. Like, once upon a time, here's what's funny. All these people are getting paid all this money to play college sports now. I say now, but that's a fallacy. It's not new. People have been getting paid to play college sports for 50 years.
Yeah.
It just used to be that your mom got a suitcase of money dropped off at her house instead of, out in the open, Francisco Mendoza's cashing, $200,000 checks every single month. But, like, in the late 80s, this was so rampant and out of control. And Southern Methodist University, which is one of the richest schools in the world, they were just outwardly and aggressively paying players. And they were brash about it. And they had one of the great teams in all of college football. And they were like the outlier because it was like, how is this private school competing with the University of Texas and Miami and Notre Dame and Penn State and all these great programs at that time? And it turns out it's because they were just egregiously and aggressively paying players. Well, what happened? The NCAA came in and they levied what they called the death penalty, and they cut half their scholarships. They banned them from bowl eligibility for a really long time, and it created the program. SMU did not make it back to being good until a couple of years ago. It took 40 years. But that scared a lot of people away from aggressively paying people.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fallout from this is. I mean, this is way more than the NCAA, though. These guys are going to go to federal prison, I think. So maybe that's the thing that scares kids out from doing this.
I would hope so. I don't want to go to federal prison, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing is, like, if some mobster comes and offers you $50,000 to point shave, if there is no example of what the consequence is for that, I think it's a lot easier to say yes. If that guy comes back next time around, you're like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. That guy from Eastern Michigan's in jail for the next 40 years.
That's true.
Maybe that's the thing that deters them. I don't know.
And nowadays, I feel like it's just easier to get caught with things because it's all on text.
Right.
They have all these texts with these guys like, hey, I'll pay you $5,000 if you da-da-da.
Right.
So it's like, at least go on Signal.
Right.
That's the top secret texting.
Yeah, that's how you plan wars.
Exactly.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's the rumor. That's what I heard on TikTok. Okay, one other thing. Did you watch Heated Rivalry yet on HBO?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, the two stars from that are going to be lighting the Olympic torch in Milan.
Okay, I only know about... Okay, so I told this a couple weeks ago, but I got a Peloton, which is like 97% great. The teachers, it's a total crapshoot. I've just been trying them all out to see like which teacher I like. Mm-hmm. Got a couple guys.
Do you love Cody?
Okay, so Cody, I took his class. Class-wise, great.
Yeah.
He's like super intense. The class was super hard. He's like very motivating. He also is like completely explicit and inappropriate.
He sure is.
I mean, it's funny, but also you're like, this is really over the top. And he was talking all about this in the midst of one class, and he was talking very in depth about it. And I was just like, I got to turn the volume down for a little while. You
have a child around, I didn't see Heated Rivalry yet. I heard it's some great hockey action.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I heard
sticks and pucks everywhere.
Lots of sex,
but
they say.
These guys are going to light the Olympic torch. I think that's cool.
Well, very cool. Good for them. And I don't think I'll be watching that show, but Carolyn can keep us up to date on it.
I'll give you a play-by-play.
Love it. Chicken Little Sports, ESPN Radio, probably presented in part by Hot House Yoga. What's been going down at the Hot House?
Well, sweating,
relaxing.
I'm going to say the sculpt class is not relaxing. So if you're going to relax, that's not the class for you, but it is really good.
Yeah, I mean, none of it's relaxing. It's all centering. I guess that's the word I would say.
That's a good way to put it.
Even if it is challenging, it's centering.
Yeah. I'm going tomorrow morning at 5:45.
Very nice.
You should go.
I know. Think about it.
It's early, but it's so
nice.
It's
not even the early part. I can get up early. It's just about I only get like my quality time with my son in the mornings. You know?
Yeah. All right, I'll allow it.
Like 6 a.m. to 7:30. That's our jam. That's when we're hanging.
And that's way more important.
Yeah, but I could maybe. He's been sleeping until like 8. So
good.
So maybe I could do it and get home. How long does it take? 45 minutes?
It's only a 45-minute class.
Okay, maybe I'll do that.
You'll be home by 6:40.
All right.
Anyway, Hot House Yoga.
Pencil me in, not in pen, but pencil.
Yeah, I get it. Hot House Yoga is great. They have tons of classes from 5:45 a.m. till 8 p.m. at night. So there's no excuse not to go. So visit hothouseyogamissoula.com or find them on the Mind Body app and come stretch with us.
Carol, she doesn't know sports here on 102.9 ESPN Radio. We'll be right back on the other side. Don't change that dial. Keep it right here.
Attention Grizz hockey fans, single game tickets are now on sale at grizzhockey.com. Don't miss your chance to secure the best seats for every exciting home game. This year, we're taking the fan experience to the next level. From music and a live pregame show in the parking lot to a professional DJ and MC energizing the crowd inside the arena. Enjoy new intermission games in the best bar in Missoula, all while cheering on the most talented Grizz hockey team yet. Tickets are waiting. Head to grizzhockey.com today. Grizz Hockey, where the action begins.
Are you a sports fan who loves to win? Get in on the action with Sportsbet Montana. Bet on collegiate and professional baseball, football, hockey, basketball, and more, all while keeping the money right here in Montana. It's easy and secure on our kiosks and mobile app. Head to your favorite Sportsbet Montana retail location to catch the game, place your bets, and celebrate your wins. Sportsbet Montana. Learn more at sportsbetmontana.com.
Medicare loses $60 million in Montana each year, $60 billion nationally. Medicare processes 4.5 million claims a day. They don't know who your doctor is, but you do. Mistakes can happen. Read your Medicare statements and call Montana Senior Medicare Patrol if you see anything unexpected. 1-800-551-3191. This project is supported by a grant by the Administration for Community Living.
While winter may slow things down, the team at Black Mountain Lawn is still hard at work across Missoula. All winter long, Black Mountain Lawn helps Missoula homeowners with junk removal, tree trimming and removal, demolition work, grading, and draining fixes, plus landscape planning and estimates for spring. Winter is the perfect time to get ahead and beat the busy season. Visit blackmountainlandscaping.com, call 406-529-0793, or email dave@blackmountainlawns.com to schedule a winter estimate.
Red's Bar is a beloved institution in downtown Missoula. Whether you want to watch a game, enjoy a cold beer, spend time with friendly faces, or simply wind down, the welcoming atmosphere and wonderful staff at Red's will make you feel right at home. Red's features 14 HD TVs and 2 full-service bars. Stop by and grab a beer with friends while you watch your favorite team play and check out the extensive collection of awesome sports memorabilia. Red's Bar in downtown Missoula, the friendliest sports bar in town.
Have you ever wanted to learn how to fix a beloved item of yours but didn't know how? A Fix-It Clinic allows community members to bring their worn, broken, or malfunctioning items to learn how to repair them. Volunteer Fix-It coaches help repair items for free by sharing their knowledge and skills to assist attendees. The next Fix-It Clinic will take place at The Space DIY Studio, 129 South 4th Street West on February 28th from 11 to 2 p.m. For more information, visit the Fix-It Clinic page or email nick@homeresource.org.
ESPN Missoula Sports Center.
The accomplishments and honors keep on coming in for Talented Billings Central freshman Addison Cagle. Hello, I am Hayden Smith. Cagle, the State A girls cross-country champion, was acknowledged on Wednesday as the 25-26 Gatorade Montana Girls Cross-Country Player of the Year. The 5'5" freshman won the Nike Cross-Country Northwest Regional Championships with a time of 16 minutes and 51 seconds this past season. Cagle followed that by taking 11th at the Nike Cross-Country Nationals in 17 minutes and 31 seconds to earn second-team All-American honors. Cagle's time of 17:48 to win the Class A state title was a classification record last fall in Missoula. Another impressive victory for Cagle came at the prestigious Mountain West Classic, where on the same University of Montana golf course that she would set the state record just a little over a month later, Cagle came away with victory as well. In prep hoop news around Western Montana, the Missoula Sentinel boys and the Frenchtown girls continued to roll behind their star seniors. For Sentinel, Lincoln Rogers poured in 26 points, and the Spartans moved to 8-1 with a 75-39 win over Bozeman High to hold steady number 2 in the polls. Quinn, who's bound for Boise State next year, piled up 23 points, grabbed 7 rebounds, snared 3 steals, and blocked 3 shots as the Bronx destroyed Corvallis 63-20. Frenchtown boys also continued to surge. Hank Smith scored 18 points, Henry Griffin added 13, and the Bronx boys raced past Corvallis 61-15.
It's Nuanez Now. 102.9 ESPN Missoula. Watch the show statewide on SWX Montana Television.
No one know how we bust and never crack a smile or flinch or cry for nobody. Well, give your ID card to the border guard. Yeah, your alien says you got Jean-Luc Picard of the United Federation of Planets. 'Cause he won't speak English anyway. Everybody knows.
Well, folks around the Garden City have to be starting to get excited. Coming this evening, recording this on a Wednesday, but you'll be hearing it on a Friday. Tonight, inside the Glacier Ice Rink, 7:30 puck drop, the Montana Grizzlies back at home. Grizz hockey facing off with the University of Providence. Surely a stern test coming. The Montana Cup champions from over in Steed Arena just about a week or so ago now. Catch them in action, 7:30, Glacier Ice Rink, and then 7 o'clock on Saturday, home and home action up in the Electric City on Saturday night at Great Falls Iceplex, a 7 o'clock start time. And to get us ready for the Argos and Grizzlies coming up this weekend is a player with Grizz hockey who has been on quite a hot streak offensively. He is in his second year in the program, but has a lot of college hockey experience. A transfer in from Northern Arizona, Johnny Baird, with us here in studio on Nuanez Now. Johnny, thanks for spending some time with us here today. How's practice been going so far this week?
It's been good. We've been going hard these past couple of weeks, and now school's starting. Everybody's starting to get settled back in, so it's good.
And coming into this tough stretch you have against the University of Providence, alluded to that, and then the Bobcats the following weekend, you were able to have a very solid week with a lot of travel involved. Last week, a pair of wins against a very solid opponent in Boise State, ranked just ahead of you in the most recent Western Regional rankings at number 9, you at number 12 most recently, but you've beaten now Boise State 4 consecutive times. 2 big wins on the road, and then a positive result as well against Washington State, just hammering the Cougars an 8-1 in that outdoor classic on last Saturday. How big were those wins leading into this stretch?
Beating Boise's big for us. Definitely getting them 4 times this season has been good. We need those wins against a higher ranked team. And then, as you said, against Providence and the Cats, those 2 teams have really gotten us, but everybody in the room feels like we're right there, and we can definitely get those guys.
Now, do you think this will be a good test for you just to come to the end of the season thinking about what will be high leverage games seemingly the rest of the way, thinking about whether it be a conference tournament or a potential Western Regional that will follow after the end of the regular season?
100%. These are basically playoff games for us. It also means a lot more being the in-state rivals, and especially with Providence. Haven't gotten those guys yet, and those are the big ones right now.
Now, this team, we'll talk about you individually here in a second, but the team in general, I think the key to Grizz hockey really turning things around in terms of getting more wins here in recent games, whether it be at the end of the winter semester or 3 straight wins here in the month of January, has been the offensive success. You've been able to find more pucks into the back of the net, and the biggest thing from my perspective has been sharing the wealth offensively. It's guys skating in support of other Grizzlies. It's been players finding open guys and just moving the puck around. What have been some of the biggest keys from your perspective in this offensive turnaround?
Our team coming into this year, we're a lot younger than, let's say, last year. And a lot of the younger guys have really taken a big step, and it's been nice to see. They're getting more confident with how they've been playing, and it's honestly made my life a lot easier. Just how they've been playing brings everybody else up.
Johnny Baird from Grizz Hockey with us here on 102.9 ESPN Missoula. Catch the Grizzlies in action this weekend against the University of Providence, Glacier Ice Rink, 7:30 Chuck-a-Puck night this Friday. Some cool gifts, or I should say prizes, will be on hand for that one from Grizz Hockey sponsors, also from Grizz Hockey proper as well. Chance to win some real cool stuff this Friday evening. And then if you can't make it out to Great Falls on Saturday, we'll have the action for you as well on 102.9 ESPN Radio, 7 o'clock start over there at the Great Falls Iceplex. Now, there should be a lot of fun coming to the end of the regular season, and you yourself have been having a lot of fun in recent games, playing outstanding offensively. You've had points in your last 5 games, whether it be assists, like you had the big assist in overtime last week against Boise State, or putting goals into the back of the net. We had 2 goals in that Winter Classic contest against Washington State. What have been some of the keys for you to really get things turned up a notch offensively?
Honestly, just the floodgates kind of opened. All it took was one, and the net just looks a lot bigger with the puck going in it right now. So, and then again, my teammates just making it a lot easier on my life, giving me good plays, good passes, and things are just falling right into place.
Mentioned this earlier as well. This your second season with the Grizz hockey program, but you spent some time with Northern Arizona playing hockey out there in Flagstaff. The Grizzlies have seen the Lumberjacks a few times in tournament games in the last few seasons. But what have your experiences been like here in Missoula compared to what they were like with the Lumberjacks?
It's definitely a lot different. The fans here in Missoula are probably the biggest difference. You guys are crazy, and I love it. And just the overall atmosphere has been a really great experience for me here. Definitely a lot nicer than skating at 7,000 feet every single day compared to Flagstaff.
Yeah, I can't imagine what the physical exertion that is to be able to skate in that sort of stuff. I remember being up in Flagstaff covering some lacrosse and walking across the street. I was seemingly looking for oxygen, so I can't imagine that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely different, but still grateful for my time at NAU, but I really found my home here in Missoula.
Now, watching yourself play, from my perspective, you're seemingly a guy that definitely plays with a little bit of an edge out there, maybe putting that lightly. You're a guy that plays physical, you're in players' faces, you're protecting your teammates, but it's always about kind of walking that fine line, so to speak. How do you do that? How do you play physical, play tough, play mean, but also keep things under control?
It's emotions run high out there. A lot of it is definitely towing the line, for sure. My favorite player is in the NHL right now is Matthew Tkachuk, so I try to play a lot like him. So kind of go based off what he does a lot, but not quite past the line sometimes like he can go. But there's definitely sometimes that it can go, and you just got to know when to reel it back in.
Well, not going to refer to him as a rat here on ESPN Missoula, but actually was just talking about this with Hayden Smith in a previous radio segment this week on Nuanez Now. I'm a big Tkachuk guy as well, just how he kind of handles that villain idea. Johnny Baird with us here, ESPN Missoula, talking Grizz hockey as they roll towards the end of the regular season here on 102.9 ESPN Radio. Now, what do you think some of the biggest keys for the team will be coming down the backstretch of this regular season to get yourselves exactly where you want to be?
I think we just got to keep buying into the system that Coach Baxter's putting in place right now, and then just keep our group cohesiveness together. It's a really tight room right now, and as long as we can play the game that we want to play, I don't think anybody can beat us.
Now, specifically looking at the Argos, obviously no love lost with University of Providence. You're two rosters that know each other pretty well. Argos, a veteran group that have a lot of guys with a lot of experience, and they've seemingly put together one of their best stretches that they've had in recent weeks. They had an eye-raising victory last week against Montana State, taking out the Bobcats by a score of 5-0. Also lost a game to the Cats 5-3. But to me, having a result like that against a program like the University or like Montana State and winning the Montana Cup, surely that has to get your attention.
Oh, for sure. They're a good program up there. They're a good team. But I think, just like I said, we're right there with them. There's a little bit of a mental block with our group, but seemingly ever since spring semester started, we've kind of broken through that block, and I think this is the point where we really show them who we are.
Now, you've alluded to them getting the best of you, and it's a team that you know well, but seemingly whenever you play the Argos, you've been right on the cusp of it. What do you think are going to be a few of the things that get you over the hump against these Argos?
I think our speed, for sure. Our team, we're a lot faster than they are. They're definitely a little bit of a bigger team, and our speed can definitely get around their defensemen and then continue to attack the net. That's the big one.
Well, he's Johnny Baird with the University of Montana Grizzly hockey team visiting with us here on ESPN Missoula. Do you have a few things you want to look at as goals or things you want to attain before the end of the regular season?
Definitely beating Providence and the Cats, especially the Cats. That one's going to mean a lot to us.
Well, you heard it here on ESPN Missoula. We'll see how the Grizz hockey team fares the next few weeks. Catch them in action Friday and Saturday evening in the Glacier Ice Rink. Friday night, 7:30 puck drop, Chuck a puck night, and then shifting over on Highway 200 to face off with UP in the Electric City. A 7 o'clock start time off the Interstate 15 at the Great Falls Iceplex. Johnny Baird, thanks for coming on down with us.
Thanks for having me.
Uh-oh. Fender bender? Did you hit a deer? Or something worse? Action Auto Body Missoula brings your car back to life. Their expert technicians use state-of-the-art equipment to get you back on the road fast. Insurance claims? No problem. Quality repairs? Guaranteed. When accidents happen, take action. Call Action Auto Body Missoula today. 406-728-9220. That's 406-728-9220. Or visit actionautobodymt.com. Action Auto Body Missoula, where Missoula's cars come back to life.
Palmer's Drug has been serving you since 1954, and the trusted locally owned compounding pharmacy has one goal in mind: to make things as easy as possible for you. Palmer's now has the easiest possible way for you to order healthcare's best supplements. If you visit palmersdrug.com, you can sign up to have Palmer's Drug deliver the best products when it comes to skincare, vitamins and minerals, fitness essentials, and more right to your front door. Visit palmersdrug.com today. When you think local pharmacy with Palmer's Drug on Southwest Higgins in Missoula.
How would you describe opportunity? Your next opportunity starts with the right financial partner. At Opportunity Bank, we're helping to build strong financial futures for Montanans. Whether growing your business or buying your dream Montana home, consider us your local guide to whatever's next. Opportunity awaits with Opportunity Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Bank NMLS 412554.
This here's the King, and I'm speaking to you once again for all them good old folks down there at Rockin' Rudy's. You know, when you hear my voice, it can only mean one thing. It's time for Rockin' Rudy's gigantic store-wide sale. All their cards, gifts, toys, jewelry, music, it's all on sale. Plus, don't forget Record Heaven. All their vinyl, cassettes, phonographs, electronics, they're all on sale. And don't forget the Jell-O Donut for the King. Rockin' Rudy's, they're on sale now.
Sometimes it's stressful juggling all your responsibilities on the weekends. You know you need to do your chores. You know you want to spend time with your family. But really, you just want to watch football all day. Paradise Falls is the perfect option for a family-friendly place to hang out and still have a chance to catch all the games. Open 7 a.m. till midnight and offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Paradise Falls has 30 big-screen TVs, ESPN 3 capabilities, and much, much more. Swing on by Paradise Falls on Brook Street anytime you're in the mood for some food or some football. Paradise Falls, 3621 Brook Street, Missoula's coolest hotspot.
Fundraising is not always a popular word. Then you throw in some parents who don't really know how to do it, and it can become stressful. Vertical Raise can implement hands-on with any high school sports team to help maximize your fundraising efforts. Peter Hamill is an expert in making the process easy and ensuring your team gets the biggest check possible, so your season can go smoothly. Vertical Raise can help provide opportunities for family and friends of your kids to support them from afar. Not everyone can come watch a game, but plenty can contribute to a great cause. To find out how Vertical Raise can help your organization raise money, visit verticalraise.com.
This is Nuanez Now on 102.9 ESPN Radio Missoula.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Just wanted to thank you for hanging out with us this afternoon. Lots of great guests today. Heard from Raheem Seabrook talking some prep and college hoops, as well as some thoughts on his new coach over at New York Giants. We also got to hear from Shannon Holmes talking some table tennis and her experience over in Denmark. And then we got to hear Jeff Safford on the call with Johnny Baird talking some Grizz hockey. Just want to give everyone a quick reminder again. Grizz hockey is going to be over here in Missoula playing against Great Falls Providence tonight. Should be a great game, and just wanted to let everyone know to get down there and have some fun and have a great weekend. This has been 102.9 ESPN Radio.
Terrible. Cold weather cravings? The Montana Club has got you covered with scratch-made comfort food to match every craving. From perfectly grilled steaks to satisfying salads, they're ready to handle your hunger. So grab a table with a reservation or keep it casual and order delivery straight to your door. Great food made easy. Visit MontanaClub.com to order or reserve and come warm up at your Montana Club. Brooks and North Reserve, Missoula.
I noticed a charge on my Medicare statement for a test I don't remember having.
My doctor said my insurance denied the service and I owe money.
I was in an accident and Medicare denied my claims.
If you need help resolving medical bills where Medicare is involved, call Montana Senior Medicare Patrol. They can help sort things out. Call 800-551-3191. This project is supported by a grant by the Administration for Community Living.
The wait is over. Grizzly Disposal is now offering no-sort recycling. No more sorting and dragging it across town. They'll get it right from your house. Cans, cardboard, and plastic all in one bin. Handled by Grizzly Disposal. Visit grizzlydisposal.com to add on recycling to your plan or to switch over to Grizzly Disposal today. Give them a call, 541-7171. That's 541-7171. The best trash removal service in town just got better. Grizzly Disposal, the only bears that should be in your garbage.
Are you a sports fan who loves to win? Get in on the action with Sportsbet Montana. Bet on collegiate and professional baseball, football, hockey, basketball, and more, all while keeping the money right here in Montana. It's easy and secure on our kiosks and mobile app. Head to your favorite Sportsbet Montana retail location to catch the game, place your bets, and celebrate your wins. Sportsbet Montana. Learn more at sportsbetmontana.com.
Attention Grizz hockey fans, single game tickets are now on sale at grizzhockey.com. Don't miss your chance to secure the best seats for every exciting home game. This year, we're taking the fan experience to the next level. From music and a live pregame show in the parking lot to a professional DJ and MC energizing the crowd inside the arena. Enjoy new intermission games in the best bar in Missoula, all while cheering on the most talented Grizz hockey team yet. Tickets are waiting. Head to grizzhockey.com today. Grizz Hockey, where the action begins.
All Nations Health Center is committed to keeping you vibrant and full of energy by supporting your physical, mental, and spiritual health. All Nations Health Center in Missoula offers a variety of services to the Indigenous and non-Indigenous people of Western Montana. All Nations offers primary care doctors, behavioral health services, mental health counseling, and even dental. All Nations currently serves more than 2,000 registered clients who are proud Indigenous people. For more information about how All Nations Health Center can help you, visit allnations.health.
ESPN Radio for Western Montana, KKVU HD3 Stevensville, and 102.9 FM on K275BS Missoula.
This is SportsCenter. I'm Ed Bankin. As the NFL gets ready for championship weekend, several teams